Hello, Aries, and welcome to Ultra Instinct Tarot. My name, let's try that again. My name is Andres, and I will be the one taking care of you for this reading. As always, I will be receiving the help from these three homies. Whoa. Okay. We go take it slower, Aries. I think I'm rushing, which is why things are going wrong. So let me take it easy. Focus on things one by one. My dog agreed. I don't know, she barked. I don't know if you heard. Alright, this one's next. Let's go. That's pretty. Pretty. Alright, this one wants to. Alright, Aries. We slowed down a little bit. Fiery start. I never start with Aries, so this is weird for me. But we're starting with Aries today. We're starting with fire. I'm going to take a little sip of tea so we can take things slow. Oh, yeah. All right. We are starting with the Four of Fire. We are in the Tree of Life of Fire, which is the Whale. Any movement, any reason to not stay still. You know, so you could think of home over here as staying still, and then something caused it to move, and then to keep moving, and to keep moving until it got to here. So what is the reason for the movement? That is what this fire and this will is all about. And it is different for all of us. And we are in the Four. We crossed the abyss. And we are in the sphere of mercy of Jupiter. Number 4. And this is the first physical manifestation of fire, which is participation. Participation. Each figure in this mandala holds the right hand up in an attitude of receiving, and the left hand down in an attitude of giving. The whole circle creates a tremendous energy field that takes on the shape of the double doors, the Tibetan symbol for the thunderbolt. Cool. The whole circle creates a tremendous energy field, takes on this shape. The mandala has a quality like that of the energy field that forms around a Buddha, where all the individuals taking part in the circle make a unique contribution to create a unified and vital whole. So this is reminding me of One Piece, of Luffy's crew, the Straw Hat Pirates. They all make a unique contribution. You know, they each got their own thing. Luffy is the captain. You know, Zoro's got his swords. Yeah, Brook has his music to cheer everyone up, and his sword. We got Sanji with the cooking, And those legs that keep kicking, they all got a contribution. Nani has her navigation and her love for money. So that is also very important to, if you want to have adventures like that, is to have money so you can buy useful things. But each of them make a unique contribution. You know, Usopp has his sniper skills. They all Frankie has his, ship building skills. The ship plays a unique contribution as well. Without all of these unique contributions, there wouldn't be a unified and vital whole. And each individual is making a different contribution, which is also why I like the board game called Root so much, is because each player has their own faction. Each faction has their own unique rules and moves that they're making, and they're all different from each other. So each player is making different moves. They're making points in a different manner. So everyone is doing something different while contributing to the whole on the board. So they're still fighting each other and fighting to get certain amount of points while doing things differently. And it's very balanced, so everyone still has an equal chance of making it. I think it's 30 points. First to get to 30 points wins, and all of these different rules and unique set of rules for each faction still mathematically add up so that each player is still making around 30 points about the same time if best play is being played, So, yeah, I'll keep reading. It is like a flower whose wholeness is even more beautiful than the sum of its parts, at the same time enhancing the beauty of each individual petal. You have an opportunity to participate with others now, to make your contribution to creating something greater, more beautiful than each of you can manage alone. Your participation will not only nourish you, but will also contribute something precious to the whole. And above all, it'll probably be fun. Have you ever seen night going? Very few people even become aware of things which are happening every day. Have you ever seen the evening coming? The midnight and its song, the sunrise and its beauty. We are behaving almost like blind people. In such a beautiful world, we are living in small ponds of our own misery. It is familiar, so even if somebody wants to pull you out, you struggle. You don't want to be pulled out of your misery of your own suffering. Otherwise, there is so much joy all around. You just have to be aware of it and to become a participant, not a spectator. Philosophy is speculation. Zen is participation. Participate in the night leaving. Participate in the evening coming. Participate in the stars and participate in the clouds. Make participation your lifestyle, and the whole existence becomes such a joy, such an ecstasy. You cannot have dreamed of a better universe. Interesting. So not only participating with other individuals, but participating in this big place that you're already living in, where there's already so many things going around. And just like the bees are participating with the flowers, and the birds are participating with and all the other insects are also participating, why don't we also participate, is what this card is saying. Aries. With creativity, okay, that's what the humans have to participate with, is our mind. Something that we have that they don't have, just like they have things that we don't have. And we have a lot of creativity, a lot of creation, a lot of making. It says in the Bible that we are created in the image, in His image, right? So, and who is He? He is a creator. So that must mean that we are here to also create. And this is a major arcana. So this is something bigger than us. So yes, this would be what would the point of a human, of making a human? The point of making a bee would be for it to make honey, and participate with the flowers And so what are humans here for? Well, we don't have a stinger, we don't have petals, we don't do what flowers do, but we do have a mind. We are creating things. Not all things that we create are used for good, but they are created still. And I think I want to find something that I wrote at some point. Yes, this is still from One Piece. Alright, yeah, this is Tom. So he says, no matter what kind of ship it is, the act of building it is neither an act of good nor evil. I don't care what kinds of ships you choose to build, but even if the ships you build hurt someone, or even if they destroy the world, at least the one who created them must love them. Their creator mustn't deny them. Don't blame the ships. A man should be resolutely proud of the ships he created. So no matter what the ships are being used for, the creation is the one to be loved. Number 3. Creativity. From the alchemy of fire and water below to the divine light entering from above. The figure in this card is literally possessed by the creative force. Really, the experience of creativity is an entry into the mysterious. Technique, expertise, and knowledge are just tools. The key is to abandon oneself to the energy that fuels the birth of all things. This energy has no form or structure, yet all the forms and structures come out of it. It makes no difference what particular form your creativity takes. It can be painting or singing, planting a garden, or making a meal. The important thing is to be open to what wants to be expressed through you. Remember that we don't possess our creations. They do not belong to us. True creativity arises from a union with the divine, with the mystical and the unknowable. It's both a joy for the creator and a blessing to others. Creativity is the quality that you bring to the activity that you are doing. It is an attitude, an inner approach, how you look at things. Not everybody can be a painter, and there is no need also. If everybody is a painter, the world would be very ugly. It will be difficult to live. And not everybody can be a dancer, and there is no need. But everybody can be creative. Whatsoever you do, if you do it joyfully, if you do it lovingly, if your act of doing is not purely economical, then it is creative. You have something growing out of it within you. If it gives you growth, it is spiritual, it is creative, it is divine. You become more divine as you become more creative. All the religions of the world have said God is the creator. I don't know whether he is the creator or not, but one thing I know, the more creative you become, the more godly you become. When your creativity comes to a climax, when your whole life becomes creative, you live in God, so you must be the creator because people who have been creative have been closest to him. Love what you do, be meditative while you are doing it, whatsoever it is. Yeah, in this participation that everybody is doing their own part. So doesn't matter, just do your part. Whatever it is you want that to be. True. True. I know it says truth, but true. The 4 again. Interesting. That's actually really cool. So we go from the 4 to a major arcana to another 4. And even more interesting is this creativity is this path. This major arcana is this path connecting the 2 to the 3. So this is like the doorway to heaven, to the nothing over here, to home. The doorway to home is the abyss. Going back to nothing. But we are in this 4 of Swords. And the swords deals with the mind, the brain, the logical, the swords that cut things apart, not to hurt, but to understand. Just like science, you need to put things in different categories. You know, we are Homo sapiens, so we have to put ourselves in that little box that sets us ourselves aside from others. But it's not to make you single and lonely. It's just to understand what it is you want your participation to be. So we can see this yellow is different from this red, which is different from this green, which is different from this blue. And I only knew that because I went specifically and cut out the yellow, and then I cut out the red, and then I cut out the green. And comparing it to the rest of them, I know what it is when I cut it out from the whole. Now I know this is blue, and this is what blue wants. This is what blue wants to create. That's going to be blue's participation. And yeah, probably same here. We can cut out each sword so we know what each one participates. This is a Lord of Rest from Strife. Truce. So this is about the mind, remember. And this is the number 4. And we are in Sphere of Mercy. Sphere of Jupiter. Jupiter in Libra. The 4 of Swords is perhaps the most beautiful of the small card swords. Harris executes a textbook use of the color scales and offers us a portrait of balance and order. She writes to Crowley, I think it would be a good plan if you could arrange to come here one day next week and see the swords. I have a superstitious horror of bringing them all unbalanced to London. So there's a key. There's balance is important in handling swords and handling the mind and handling this sword tree of life. Chesed is the sphere of Jupiter and serves as a gracious but authoritative host to Jupiter in Libra. Equilibrium and justice are definitely keywords for this card, but Crowley tells us that it also brings with it the establishment of dogma and the law concerning it. Swords are weapons, and weapons discharge their design by virtue, the disciplines of war, not of peace. The kind of truce the 4 of Swords monitors is a peace enforced by the threat of violence, and as such will be short-lived. The 4 swords are arranged as a St. Andrew's cross, suggesting to Crowley fixation and rigidity. Their points meet at the center of a large rose of 49 petals that Crowley tells us represents social harmony. It is the concord of conformity and compromise, however, that characterizes a culture that would rather blindly surrender to authority than to face the challenges of liberty. Interesting. Yeah. Do you want to be all the same and can't tell the difference between each color and forcing each of these to be the same color? And instead of having a bunch of different colors and all different colors participate, and things would be so much cooler and to hang out in these kind of environments than in this one, to be in that middle right there, being surrounded by all these swords, being afraid to move or do anything that's out of line, because then you're just gonna hurt yourself with these swords that are pointed towards you. Oh, okay. So I think this is a Did I Stutter card. So this came along with the deck, but it's not a card or anything. It's just a I don't know what it's called, like a joker. And I left it in there, just I don't know, for fun. Just because there's no explanation in here with that for that card, because it's just the placeholder or whatever. I don't know. So it's definitely special whenever it comes up. Did I stutter? Queen of Wands. Okay, interesting. So this is a court card. So the way I see court cards is like if you would imagine in a game, each game, all the characters you have different stats. You know, there's always like an attack stat. There's a defense stat. You know, there's a health stat. There's you know, and sometimes there's an agility stat. You know, some move quick. The point is all the skills that separate each class. You know, if you want to think of those kind of games, and so I think that's how I see court cards. Is each of these people represent different stats and abilities that human has and is capable of, and so it's up to you then to where you want to put your stat points in, you know. But the cool thing is that we all have all of these features and abilities and skills, so at any time we can honestly just reset our stat points and place them into wherever is needed for the in the moment that is needed, you know. So like in this moment, this is something that put some stat points into the Queen of Wands type of energy and personality and the way to be. So yeah, reset your stat points real quick, and then pour some into the Queen of Wands, and let's see what the Queen of Wands is about, so you know where your stat points need to go to. They need to go into being cheerful, extroverted, warm, fun, disorganized, sensual, and passionate. The Queen of Wands burns with bright confidence, optimism, and determination. She doesn't expect to be liked by everyone, but regardless, is a charming social butterfly. This participation isn't scared of showing people that she's red. Her determination and exuberance help her to achieve goals, fully aware of the influence that she has. She loves being the center of attention. She has the power to spark a great fire in others. Sounds very Aries. This card challenges us to live every day to its fullest and harness our personal power. Every soul has an inner light. How do you let yours shine? Can you express who you are without fear, guilt, or shame? The more authentically we embody our true selves, the more we also appreciate the beauty of others. What is your unique beauty? Yeah, what color are you? Celebrate your quirks. Enjoy what makes you you. Appreciate your strengths and flaws. They make you beautiful and unique. Don't censor yourself. Behave authentically. And I think it's cool that it said quirk, because then it reminded me of My Hero Academia. Well, they all end up having their own different power that's unique to them. And so no one is the same, but they all have this cool, unique power to them. Same with One Piece, you know, whenever they eat a devil fruit, then they have their own unique power that's unique to them. Explore your shadow self. This queen is a bright but volatile character, celebrating her light as well as her shadow self. Explore the side of you that you hide from others and what can happen when you are fully seen. This whole circle. You also have parts of you that are different colors, and apparently creativity is the one that wants to come out right now. Interesting. Work. Work on this creativity though. That looks a bit like he's being creative working. Yes. So 8 of Pentacles. The Pentacles are about material things. Physical things you can see. And this is the number 8. So it's pretty far down. The Tree of Life and the Sphere Mercury of Splendor. Down into the side as well. 8 of Pentacles, expertise, talent, commitment, excellence, craftsmanship, ambition, deep and concentration. The Fool is crafting something truly perfect. Crafting, creating, same difference. We see devotion and commitment to his creation, as well as contentedness. His is a labor of love. Interesting. Reminds me of Tom from One Piece. After a long search, he found his true purpose and gradually mastered his job. Even with his excellence, he still remains curious and excited to learn new techniques, knowing that true mastery always requires curiosity and patience. Never reread a book or a poem only to find new meanings. When we commit and dedicate ourselves to something like a skill or a career, no work feels monotonous. When it's something you care about, it's like gaming. It's fun to do it over and over and over again. Can you find joy in truly devoting yourself to something? How can repetitive tasks bring contentment? Here we find alignment between the material and the spiritual. Stay humble. When you approach something with the expectation to learn, you can always find a light. When we stop being curious, believing that we know best, then there is nothing left to learn. We never reach the heights we aspire to. Yeah, you're gonna... Oh, you get closed off, yeah. Whenever you think you learned everything that needs to be learned, you get closed off. Yeah, I just accidentally closed the book. So yeah, you get closed off. Whenever you stop being curious and believing that you know best, there's nothing left to learn. Don't be like that. Especially, I guess, if you work at something for a long time, then you feel like there's nothing new to learn. But there is always something new to learn, or a new way to do something, or times are always changing. It is never always summer. Find pleasure in the work. Learn to enjoy the process, not just the rewards. Yeah, the process is just as important as the rewards. Relish the satisfaction of getting things just right. Even if there is no reward, getting things just right. Enjoy the process. Release the satisfaction. Cultivate your interest. Mingle with others in the same line of work as you. Take a class, research new techniques. These are always ways to find new inspiration to take you to the next level. Yeah, to keep on swimming, to keep on learning. Yes, Aries. All right. Very good reading. We'll get some last advice from the Office Oracle deck. So really bring out your creativity, bring out your uniqueness, and appreciate others' uniqueness as well. And yeah, start doing some fun work, some creative work, some work that you would be passionate about. Ooh, okay. Interesting. 2. This is the deception card. Something is hidden. Things do not seem the way that they seem. Yeah, this is like we talked about at the end, where this guy is closed off because he thinks he's learned everything that needs to be learned. But something has hit him. There are always new things to learn. Things don't seem the way that they seem. Yeah, there's always a different perspective. Just like when people used to think that the earth was flat, and then things weren't the way that they seemed, but it definitely seemed that way. So, and something was hidden. It's not. More information is needed. Pause before making decisions. Keep an eye out as information is about to appear. Keep an eye out. Yeah. Oof, nice. Number 15. Yes, Charles, you wanted me. Yeah, this is about something that you would want to do. Who cares what the rest of the colors want to do? This is about bringing into the material what you want. Affirmations and manifestations. Kelly waits by the office and says, "Yes, Charles, you wanted me." Kelly is thinking that if she says it enough, eventually he will in fact want her. This is the basis of affirmations and manifestations. Affirmations: if you are not confident but wish to be, Say to yourself in the mirror every single morning, I am confident. Even if it's not true, just say it anyways. That is a huge difference than telling yourself I am not confident, even if you don't believe it, every single day. Now take the last step. Confident people don't need to tell themselves that they are confident. They just are confident. They are confidence. So just be confident. And that's how affirmations work. That would be the process. So saying it, even if you don't believe it, eventually you'll slowly start believing it. And then you don't even have to say it anymore because you just are it. Affirmations. Manifestations. Same, but different. Remind yourself of what it is that you want in your life every day. So same thing. Tell yourself every day something that you don't have. Make it a part of your everyday pattern to somehow remind yourself what it is you are trying to manifest in your life. If when you consistently make it a part of your pattern, same thing with this confidence, you'll somehow find a way to have what you want in life. Somehow find a way to be confident. You'll find it because it's in all of us. Affirmations and manifestations are all about replacing an old pattern with a new one. This definitely feels like something that is a new pattern that is being, just jump, just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. You should know what it is you want. The more you think about it, the less you are listening to what it is you want. Jump. Michael says it is about doing, not thinking. Just jump. The universe will be there. Yeah, the universe is going to be right there. We'll be there to catch you with your own fun, bouncy castle. You're Braveheart, man. You're Braveheart, man.
Debo resignarme a que no estés, aunque esté muy triste, ya no lloraré.